With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all. That is your fate.
This is Red Lantern Russell from
Tomes of Evil,
and you're listening to Sector 2814, a Green Lantern podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight.
But those who worship evil's might,
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, master of the core and the shipping. It is.
I will. Hey, everyone.
And the master of staying vertical at the moment. It is.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a master of that, but it's Matt. Hey.
Hey, sometimes you gotta use a chair. Come on. Yeah. Well, it's pretty sad. You're the young guy on the podcast, too. Grandpa Simpson over there is like carrying like 96 packages to the post office.
Oh my back.
He's juggling packages. Anyway. Oh yeah, Russell was talking about sending feedback, but he said no feedback. Been a hell of a week. Man, what is it, man? Everyone's had a hell of a week. Well, I was off yesterday and today. Now I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, but Eternals comes out Friday.
That sounds pretty cool.
I'm hoping it is. Supposedly it's another long one. I think it's over 2.5 hours, so brace yourselves, kids.
There's a lot of characters, so it should be.
Yeah, all the Eternals, some Deviants, Celestials, yeah. Hey kids, want to know what the giant robots are? And then they have the audacity to put. They're like, oh, there's important end credit scenes, so you got to sit through the credits then too.
Yeah.
How about this? If a movie's over 2.5 hours, don't give me like 20 minutes of previews.
Exactly.
Just throw out the Spider-Man one and maybe whatever the next one is. The first one is in 2022, and let's go.
Yeah.
I don't need I don't need a preview for Fast and Furious 10 or James Bond 96 or
right.
Or Halloween 27. Yeah, come on. Give it the program. So, you guys, well, I was going to say, have you been watching or reading anything? But we know what Will's been doing.
Been shipping crossover division. Yeah.
And from the sounds of it, you haven't been doing much, I guess, Matt.
No, I am not. That's it's been the theme for the last few months. I haven't watched more than the first episode of What If. Still haven't watched Black Widow. I haven't seen Shang-Chi.
I haven't seen Shang-Chi either.
I'm barely reading these issues, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you could get yourself a weekend, Black Widow's on Disney Plus already, and then Shang-Chi next weekend, so.
Yeah, there's a drive-in near me, and they're doing a double feature of Eternals and Shang-Chi, but I don't know if I could even make that happen, or to be seated in a car for that long
with a small child.
Seem that pleasant, right? Oh my
middle of the night, she might sleep through it. But I mean, yes, Eternals by itself.
Yeah, but it's also freezing cold. It's just like the drive-in is basically just staying open to try to regain the lost revenue from the pandemic. But yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's only in the 40 or 50s here. I can imagine what it is in Massachusetts right now.
It's cold, man.
But yeah, man, a doubleheader of Shang-Chi and Eternals I hear by itself is like at least 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, you're talking 3/4 of a day right there.
Yeah. Starting at
So I'm trying
7 o'clock at night. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember what Shang-Chi was. I know it was over 2 hours. I mean, but even if it was only 2 hours, that's still 4.5 hours.
Yeah, right. And there's probably an intermission for
everyone
to get up to use the bathroom. So
between movies, and I'm sure they have a snack bar. They want you to go buy food. Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
I know, man.
So Phil,
Yes,
I have
sir.
to ask. Latest Green Lantern is out. It's been out what, a week now? 2 weeks?
Maybe 2. I think 2 weeks. Yeah.
Is it pretty awesome? I haven't got mine yet.
Yeah. What was that? Number 8. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think we discussed it already. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get your box yet? I thought you got it at the end of the month.
I don't know where it is. I'm gonna have to.
Ooh.
I'm getting good at tracking mail, so I'll track that package too.
Oh my! I was gonna say, oh my god, maybe you shipped all your comics to somebody.
No.
Oh, I supported Crossover Division. I got all these free comics for the month. Man, talk about a prize. No, I've been entering all my comics in that app Ray was put me on to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm at 10,575, and I haven't even put most of my DCs in yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm working on the Marvel stuff. I think, I'm on S's because I've been entering a lot of Spider-Man stuff today. So,
Yeah.
It'll be nice once it's all done. You go to the store and be like, do I have this?
I got it. Or nope, I don't got it. Yeah, that'll be handy.
Yeah.
Very handy.
Because it keeps all the series in alphabetical order. Then you just tap on the series and it'll tell you exactly what you have. Again, there was that CLZ Comics. You know, they're a sponsor of Ray's podcast. Hey, we would like that too.
Yes, we'll take sponsors.
Who's going to hear that down in Australia? Come on.
Oh, by the way, yes, shipping has been suspended to Australia.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Oh man, he can't send us no Quasars then.
So I can't send a couple of packages yet down there. I'm going to have to talk to them to see if we can figure out what we need to do. Wasn't expecting that.
So you can't like ship them down. I'm surprised they don't put them. I mean, I think if people go, I don't know if they're letting anybody in, but I thought at one point if people wanted in, you had to like go down there and quarantine in a hotel for like a week or two. So can't they like?
Wow.
I mean, can't they like quarantine the boxes for a while? To, just be like, oh yeah, you're gonna get your stuff late, but
But you'll get it.
I'm sure they can. I'm sure they got some fancy like UV light technology or something. They could like,
Irradiated comics, they might mutate.
That'd be cool.
Would be kind of cool, actually.
I'm trying to think what else is up. Maddie, you probably haven't kept up on the current Amazing Spider-Man, right? The Ben Reilly stuff?
No, just that issue 75.
Yeah, 77 came out last week. It was pretty good. It's getting pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they're going to eventually spin him off into his own thing because the Kelly Thompson issue came out. Which again, kids, you can check out me and Lil's interview with her on Patreon. But no, it looks like Ben Reilly may be starting to lose Peter Parker's memories. So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking they're going to like start making him his own thing. Get rid of Peter's memories. Maybe give him a new face or something.
There's lots of room in the Spider-Verse, right?
Exactly. That way you can give Peter Parker's marriage back. You want a single Spider-Man, there's your Ben Reilly.
There you go.
If you want a single Spider-Man, you got your Ben Reilly, Miles Morales.
Ghost Spider.
Exactly.
Is Silk? I don't know. There's Silk, Spider-Woman, and did I miss something?
Yeah.
Can't remember. There's lots of Spider people now.
Oh, yeah, it's a brand. It's like Batman. That's Marvel. That's Marvel's Batman.
I love Batman.
But yes, to keep current on all the Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly news, yes, again, Ultimate Spider Cast on the Capes Lunatics podcast, the last Tuesday of every month.
Exciting times to be a pimp.
That right. All right. So, should we get to these issues since we have 5? Like I said, some of these, especially that Rebels, we're going to blow through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sounds good to me, man.
All right. so we can get Macona out of here. All right, so we'll start with Green Lantern number 56 from November 1994, Last of the Breed. Writer Ron Mars, penciler Daryl Banks, inker Romeo Tangle, colorist Steve Matson, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editors Kevin Dooley and Eddie Berganza. Remember last week, Kyle Rayner blew up Oa.
Without checking to see if anybody was on it.
Cal finds himself... Oh, we'll get to it in a couple weeks, but I was reading ahead of some of the Dark Star stuff. I believe there was a comment thrown out. It's like, oh, it's a good thing the Guardians got everybody off of Mosaic, before Oa blew up. So I think in the backgrounds of Emerald Twilight, they were evacuating people. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure everyone was probably pointed that out, and they were like, oh, we got to throw that in.
Yeah.
Cal finds himself on an unknown planet asking for directions, trying to find his way back to Earth, when he meets Adara, a former Green Lantern. She tells him that she was in space when everything went down and lost her power. Cal is attracted to her, and they fall asleep. I get it. But didn't he lose his girlfriend like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, has it even been a day yet? 2 days?
Yeah, it was 0 hour. Who knows? But yeah, again, it's probably days at the most.
Sex on the mind.
He's attracted to her, and Cal was attracted to her, and they fall asleep. Well, I think they do more than fall asleep. When he wakes up, his ring is gone.
And this is a very terrible joke. But I just experienced a power outage last week, and I know that when something in the fridge spoils, you replace it right away. All right, sorry.
Hold on, Kevin the Kong.
He dared great things.
Yeah.
If you want more of that brilliance, that's at Matt Kona.
Yeah. Block Matt Kona.
All right. So he falls asleep, and when he wakes up, is gone, having been taken by Adora. He finds her though, and she tells him that it didn't work for her, and she almost got herself killed trying to be a hero again. She gives him the ring back and tells him to please just go. He turns to leave, and she kills herself with her gun. Cal flies off and shortly is intercepted by a space cruiser. All right, so I guess I don't think they highlighted this before, but I guess this is the first time we see that the ring only works for Cal, and Hal, because it used to be his ring, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess.
So this is the guy who can. Okay, old Joe kids. This is the guy who can put his ring down on a diner counter, and not have to worry about rednecks picking it up.
That is true.
They can just take off with it, but they're not going to be able to use it.
What?
If the Guardians can do that, why wouldn't they do that with Guy Gardner's ring back in the day?
I don't know. This story just kind of felt off to me. It's like, wait, what? It's because it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's been 5 minutes, and he's already said, "Oh, I'm going to give you my ring." Okay, now I'll let you take my ring. Maybe he should stitch it on or something so he doesn't lose it.
I was going to say, at least this one he didn't willingly give it to her. She slipped it off his finger when he was sleeping. But yeah, still. Well, again, remember our boy Quasar? It took him 13 issues to 9 or 10 issues to figure out. Oh yeah, I can block mind control with the bands, and
that's true.
So
I know it was 9 issues, wasn't it?
Well, she attacked him, and Modium attacked him in 9. So I'm trying to remember, was it that issue or was it 1?
10 or 11? Yeah. So probably True.
So.
Is this the one that said, "What are we doing? What have we done to Green Lantern now?" on the cover? Or is that the next one?
Yes. Yeah, because
I feel like they're still trolling us.
Because he looks like a wrestler, but meanwhile in the comic it was a construct he put around himself, but on the cover it doesn't look like a construct.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm being trolled by the editorial staff.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a wrestling comment, from that cover from Matt Kona. He's like, not this week.
It's a bit of a heel turn.
I mean, this issue read pretty quick, and it was just kind of,
Yeah,
you know?
Was it like a wheel spinning thing? Because again, I guess we got to get him to New York so he can join the Titans and be in the Titans book. So I'm wondering if they're like, oh yeah, we got an extra month, so hey,
he's got to find his way home from the planet he just freaking blew up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's their way of showing too. It's like how inexperienced he is, and it's like, have you thought of asking that ring to show you the way?
Yeah.
Yes, because he did portal to Oa, so he doesn't know how to get home.
I'm curious.
Blow up all the maps.
Yeah. Yeah, on Oa, where there would be probably maps. You're right. I'm curious if he's, thought about asking it how much it's, hey, how much charge do you have left? Because where's my battery?
Oh, true. Yeah. Luckily, he didn't run out of power, man. So I get why you feel like you were getting trolled, because I mean, this issue did kind of feel like a joke, at least in the beginning. Because Kyle Rayner walks into a bar. But yeah, it's weird. It was just he meets this Green Lantern woman and she steals his ring. She was this great Green Lantern, but she was going to steal from him. I don't know how. But yeah, the ring only works for him and Hal Jordan. Oh,
strange that.
Oh my God! You could have seen, I am your father. I can see Hal Jordan having some illegitimate kids out there. Who was your dad? I never met him, but he was like a traveling toy salesman.
No.
Cal, I am your father.
Give me the ring.
All right. So, any other thoughts on this one?
Not really. I mean, it was kind of fun to see him go into a Mos Eisley cantina type bar, and I mean, we've heard this story before, about the whole. He's a Green Lantern? I thought they were all dead. It's almost like he's like, yeah, I get that all the time.
I have a stupid question.
This is the place.
He could understand some people, but he couldn't understand others. Was the ring translating?
I don't think, because was it the bartender or someone who was like, he's like, oh, you understand English? And he's like, oh yeah, it pays to know like all these languages. I didn't know if it was like some people knew English for some reason. I don't know.
Well, but then they mention it like in the New Titans issues, right? Translating for the kid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
Unless he figures that. I don't know. Unless that's because he doesn't know how to control the ring that well. He can only translate some of it.
I don't know. Maybe I misread it.
Again, it's a whole new Lantern, Will. We're not supposed to care about that. But no, Matt, you said like Mos Eisley. I was just like, oh, what? So were you saying Adora shot first? All right. Well, you want to get to the next one, which we'll cruise through very quickly?
Yeah, indeed.
R.E.B.E.L.S. 94.
Number one.
What it means to me.
One.
We're number one. We're number one.
Yeah, so they're using Cow to like pimp their new book.
I guess.
So I guess was this like a sequel to like Legion and stuff, which
I think so.
Which I was thinking today. It's like I'm sure you probably never like really read the Legion stuff, Matt. Like, Will, were you big in the Legion? Like, I was never big in the Legion, but if you read comics in the early '90s, they made it seem like Legion was like the biggest thing ever. But I'm like, I don't know. I've never. In my entire life, I've never spoken to a person in person, online, anything who were like, oh yeah, I read all that new Legion stuff back in the day. It was awesome.
The only Legion stuff I read was Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the precursor to that, but
yeah, I could see the Legion of Superheroes stuff, but yeah, like Legion, yeah.
I mean, and Lobo's definitely not one of those characters that I have any fondness for.
But you could tell, like, early '90s, they were trying to make him like their Wolverine, to like pump up sales on that stuff. Yeah.
And Wolverine beat him in the crossover, right?
Yeah, Marvel vs. DC, man. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he's much of a team player.
Oh, Lord. So, yeah, so I guess they started this Rebels 94, number 1, November 94, Escape to Nowhere. Writer Tom Payer, penciler Arnie Jorgensen, inker James Pascoe, color Stuart Chaffetz, letterer Gaspar Saladino, and editor Peter Tomasi and Dan Raspler. You know what? I'm not even going to go into the Rebels or Legion stuff. It's basically like, yeah, Cal runs into them and like
gets duped by both sides of the battle, basically.
Yes. And just like with everyone who meets him, it's like, oh, Vril Drox is a dick. It's like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then what is that? Like literally the last page, he's like, all I want is to get home. And he's like, and wasn't Dox, it's just like, you see that bright star there? The one next to that, that's your son.
Go.
Because this is like the first time I read this, because like when I originally got the Green Lantern and he like, that ship shows up at the end, I'm like, okay, he probably just jumps on the ship and eventually by the end of the issue they get him home. It's not even that complicated. He's just like, yeah, see that second star from the right, straight on.
Yeah, and the art, the art was very stylized and definitely not to my taste.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably the in my opinion, it's the art I like the least in this week's issues. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his Green Lantern's face looked really weird, and I co-sign on the not being too into it.
Well, I think that's like the downfall of that mask Kyle Rayner wears. I think it's like, depending on the artist, the whole face can go horribly wrong when you're trying to draw that mask.
Yeah.
I mean, in the real world, it would make sense because it covers more your face and your identity. But yeah, it's...
And even maybe offers some protection because it's kind of thick, right?
Yeah. But yeah, you have to be a certain kind of artist to be able to draw that, his face with that thing on it. So yeah, kids, that was Rebels.
That was Rebels, all done.
I was about to say, how long did Rebels go? But you know what? I really don't care.
I think it was like 20 issues, maybe. Something like that.
Wait, they got that many? Jeez. That's the 90s.
Yeah, it is the 90s.
Again, like you were saying, like Legion of Superheroes, I can get being in the Legion of Superheroes, but like that Legion stuff, again, there may be fans out there who like see this or hear this. Again, if you like it, good for you, but I never really got it.
It just doesn't, it doesn't really appeal to me.
Not that I read like their book, a lot of their book is basically, if they get started in like a Superman or here,
Or a Green Lantern.
Yeah, or Green Lantern. That's basically what we're going to see him as like Superman or Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and it's weird because Tom Payer he's a good writer. He did the Hourman series.
I've read his stuff. Yeah, he's a good writer. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not even Tom Payer. It's like any of the Legion stuff.
It's just the concept doesn't. Yeah, it didn't really.
It's the concept
appeal to me back then.
It's the concept because, like I said, multiple writers. I mean, during the Trinity crossover, wasn't that Mark Waid writing their stuff? I'm like, I love Mark Waid's stuff, but that's how I know. It's
not capital all caps Legion with periods. Not a big fan.
Exactly. Yeah, no.
Or Rebels, all caps with periods.
Rebel scum. So yes, I think we all agree that was the weakest one of the week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I was trying to figure out what comes first, Green Lantern 57 or Titans 116. It seems like they almost take place at the same time.
Yeah,
there's crossover. I think that according to the Green Lantern issue, it says go to Rebels and then Titans, and then
New Titans 116.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we can do that one, then we can jump back to Green Lantern and then back to New Titans if you want.
That works for me. Keep it all right, so let's get out of Rebels. New Titans 116 December 1994. Writers Marv Wolfman and Frank Perich, penciler Stephen Jones, inkers Keith Champagne, Rich Rankin, also colorist Joe Chiudo, letterer Albert de Guzman, editors Pat Grahi and Kerry Kowalski. Oh, Lord. The title, Simon with a P, says with a P, die. Green Lantern shows up to save the new Titans from Changeling, who was Beast Boy but basically out of control. But Simon, with a P, is controlling Green Lantern, and he attacks the heroes once Changeling flees. So yes, kids, if you're not familiar, this is the era where like they basically kicked Nightwing out of the Titans, and he went back to the Batman books, and Starfire's going home to Tamaran, which will catch her in a few weeks in Dark Stars. So,
this was not a super high point for Titans.
No.
And the absence of a certain Dick Grayson character would probably make somebody else on this podcast rate it way low on Titans lore.
Yes.
Burn.
Again, it's like there was no Nightwing. Starfire's out of here. Cyborg isn't here because he's basically like brain dead at this point. So it's like Raven's not here. So
yeah, and what the heck was up with Changeling or Beast Boy? I mean, I was like, I felt dropped into this going, what the heck is going on? And who are all these people? And why should I care?
Yeah, I forget if he was like possessed by something or something was wrong with his brain. Yeah, but I think he was like partially evil, or I don't know. But yeah, this was like when, I don't know, it's like the government or somebody was like trying to like sponsor the Titans, like Roy Harper's in charge, and it's just, I think it's what they tried to do with that 90s Peter David X Factor, but they didn't pull it off.
Were you ever a Titans reader, Matt?
No. I mean, I liked Nightwing and I liked Robin, and I read their separate books probably around this time, but I didn't know much about the Titans, so I never read it.
Yeah, but I mean, the stuff before this is good. There's stuff after this is good, but yeah, right. This portion's not good. Well, I think they figured out that. I think they figured it out because they're bringing Kyle Rayner into the team.
Mm-hmm.
Donna Troy shows up once again as Dark Star. We're gonna bring Matrix Supergirl into this. Impulse.
Oh yeah, the Impulse book. I remember reading that by Mark Waid and Humberto Ramos. Yeah, that was awesome and genius. On Wade, I think it was Mark Waid, but having him think in pictograms,
yes.
That's brilliant. I mean, I'm in awe of that.
And they draw him with giant feet, and they're still drawn better than any Rob Liefeld feet.
When he draws them.
Oh, that's right. He likes those specialized, from the ankle up. So this kind of takes place at the same time as the Green Lantern issue. So should we just jump into the Green Lantern issue?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because like we said, Titan's kind of a mess right now. But damn it! All right. I have to close the ad out. All right. So Green Lantern 57, December 1994. Farewells. Writer Ron Mars, penciler Daryl Banks, inker, yes. I think it's the same team as 56, yeah. So Kyle Rayner is at Alexandra DeWitt's grave, saying goodbye and regretting that he didn't even get to attend her funeral. Yeah, because that's the thing. He's like, yeah, your parents aren't speaking to me because, I just disappeared. I think they blame me for your death. Duh. And then, I didn't show up for the funeral because, 0 hour, lost in space.
Yeah. I had to save the universe.
I had to blow up the planet.
Yeah.
He decides that he's going to move to New York to start fresh, try to boost sales on that Titans book, and meets a strange. So he goes to New. So what do we think about this? Yeah, he's at the grave. Then the next thing he sees in New York, and he's like walking down the street, and he runs into a strange bald Asian man. Because he tells him, this neighborhood is kind of strange.
Yeah. Near Bleecker Street, where...
Lower East Side. Yeah.
I think...
Yeah.
Yes. I think that this Asian man cameo, there was something wrong with it.
I was not going to go there, but you did. You did.
Hey, I'm gotta drop the name for those people who didn't figure it out. Who helps him find his new address. Cal also runs into an odd homeless man. Keep that in your head for next week. A homeless man named Felix. who's raving about monsters. Cal then meets his new landlord, Radu, and begins moving in. He is interrupted by Simon with a P. Again, after he stayed up all night drawing those, he was designing toys for some toy company. That's pretty cool. I love he's like, I wouldn't want to be in that thing. He used to like doing a prison. I wouldn't want to be in there if I was a villain. Who wants to use Green Lantern as a means of revenge against the Titans. Taking over his body, he flies out to where the Titans are battling Changeling. Again, running smack in the Titans 116. Simon knocks out Changeling with one blow, then turns the Green Lantern ring on the Titans. All right. So, Kona, what you think?
It started off all right. I don't know. I mean, I like the theatrical kind of transition from the tears at the grave to the puddle in New York, and sort of being this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed guy trying to start a new life, and he gets a handful of only in New York moments to welcome him to the neighborhood. Raving lunatics, the typical oddball, kind of like overly friendly landlord offering him free coffee anytime he wants to go to his shop. But,
and doesn't Radu? I mean, he's a supporting character throughout the rest of Kyle's run, isn't he? I mean,
yeah, pretty much.
Up.
Because I'm pretty sure he keeps this. Yeah, he keeps this apartment until Rebirth. So, I mean, after a while he goes into space. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Radu's here for.
It's probably rent controlled, So
people know sit and sip their coffee. They take it to go.
You want some? Sure, but I need it to go. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, at least he's like, hey, I got to pay your rent, right? So I'm gonna get to work. So yes, he leaves California because there will be no more supercrime in New York or California.
Yeah.
Again, it's like they had to get him in that Titans book.
Yeah, and the Titans are in. I mean, I thought the Titans weren't they like in San Francisco Bay for a long time early on?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying to remember what point they moved to New York. Was it after they kicked Nightwing out or before? But yeah, I guess eventually they make their way to New York and try to be Marvel, aren't they?
Titans Tower. I seem to remember that.
Yeah. Well, this team, I guess, they started fresh after 0 hours, so they get a new headquarters and everything. And
gotcha.
So kind of seems a lot of setup, but it's like, and then the Titans aren't going to last too much longer. Then he gets to go to JLA.
Yeah. Grant Morrison JLA with Howard Porter art.
Exactly. So he seems like a big fish in a small pond here, but then you throw him in the JLA, it's like smaller fish in a big pond. All right. Any other thoughts on this, or should we get to the last Titans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, here's some trivia. Yes, Cal lives at 175 Bleecker Street. Doctor Strange is 177A Bleecker Street.
Ah, so 2 doors down.
Yes, exactly. That's interesting because, oh man, they should have did 3 doors because that's probably what Cal was listening to. Or they weren't out yet, were they? 3 doors down, Kona?
No, I think they were probably 97.
I was gonna say towards a couple years later.
Yeah, their song with Superman.
Oh wait, here we go. The bald Asian man is supposed to be Strange's servant Wong. Considering the soon-to-follow DC Marvel crossovers, which started with Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, Unholy Alliance, which we'll get to, kids, and later in about 10 episodes, and later revealed Doctor Strange to be an important player in All Access number 3. This could be interpreted as a more than tongue-in-cheek nod, as Ron Mars wrote all of these stories. So, you know what they say, man? They always say, man, those dimensional barriers really get weak in the village, right?
Yeah. Oh, I did see something. I follow Ron Mars on Twitter, and he posted some art for a story that he's writing that has Ron Lim doing art for Silver Surfer.
Oh, yeah, there is some kind of Silver Surfer thing coming. Yeah.
Looks like it had Genus Vell, too.
Yes. Or no, was it Genus or Marvel? Because I thought I saw a story with that a Silver Surfer thing with Marvel. I thought
it may have been. I don't remember for sure.
Well, Kelly Thompson and her, she's writing Carol's Captain Marvel book right now, and she's basically doing stuff with like everyone who's ever been Captain Marvel. So they might even be resurrecting Gina's Fell over there.
Cool.
Yes. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, Lilith Hellfire. All right. So should we get to this last Titans issue?
You bet.
Because I know that's what Lilith Hellfire wants to hear. Hold on. I know that's what Lilith Hellfire wants to hear.
Shut your filthy mouth.
All right. Yeah, we already did 116. Let's say they want to do that never-ending loop. All right. All right. New Titans 117. I like the cover at least.
Yeah, isn't it like Jeff Johnson?
I think
did the art.
They're all stuck in Simon's, see-through head.
Yeah, I think it was him that did it. Of Wonder Man fame.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's doing the half Mysterio, just the top of his head. Yeah, so New Titans 117, January 1995. Oh, Simon didn't say you'd win, and Simon and Sayer both have P's at the front of them. Boy,
they're punning. Oh my God, the punning.
I was gonna say, man, they're really driving that joke home. Writer Marv Wolfman, so he's still writing this. He's been writing this since like issue 1 of this series. Marv Wolfman, penciler William Rosado. Was Jeff John?
I think he just did the cover.
Okay, yeah. Inker Keith Champagne, colorist Joe Chiodo, letterers Albert de Guzman, editors Pat Gary and Kerry Kowalski. Simon battles the New Titans, but we should just call him Simon. Simon battles the New Titans, but he inadvertently amplifies Mirage's powers, which he uses to defeat him. Really, Mirage is still here?
Uh-huh.
I mean, technically...
Well, she was about to die, but then Donna rescues her on the way in.
I know. I mean...
They didn't actually show that, did they? They just said, you saw Donna flying close to it, and then they show up and attack later. I was like, okay, cool.
She's a rapist. She raped Nightwing.
Oh.
Well, she made herself look like Starfire, so... Yeah. Oh, man, that's right. At the, Green Lantern 56, we forgot to mention, a Cosmic DC book. You have to have at least a one-page Darkseid appearance.
Oh, yeah, at the beginning. Yeah, I
forgot about that. Yeah. I must study this.
This new bright star in the cosmos.
It's like, do we really see him interact with Cal? I mean, if he does, it's a wow.
I forget which issue. Yeah, I forget which issue. It was also an Urkel reference at some point.
Oh.
It's probably one of the Titans, wasn't it?
Maybe. Yeah.
I do that.
They're teens. They're watching TGIF.
I was gonna say it's 1994, 95. Yeah.
I mean, although they are referred to as the New Titans, not the New Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, they're not all teens.
That's true.
But yeah, the TGIF lineup. I know you're saying, oh yeah, preach, Lilith Hellfire. I know that's what you're saying. So yeah, this is. I mean, this Titan. These Titans at this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Simon creates an illusion of Alex to like con Kyle, and if you have a see-through head, do you really need a ponytail?
If you have a see-through head, how do you have a ponytail?
Is it a brainstem tail?
Oh, nice. It's like those bald guys who, the completely top of their head is like bald, and but meanwhile they got like the big, either like long flowing hair or like a ponytail in the back. It's like, okay, that's fooling everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it makes you feel better.
If it makes you happy. Oh yeah, and then that alien kid, that Minion, or
Minion. Was it Minion?
Yeah.
Why wasn't he little and yellow and cute? Huh? Come on.
Oh. Because he's an alien. He doesn't work for Steve Carell. Well, I have to say, I've been getting back into that reruns, watching The Office when it's on. Comedy Central's been playing that a lot.
Yeah.
I think they must have. It seemed like last week or so, all I've seen on Comedy Central, if I go to it, is either like The Office, Seinfeld, or South Park.
Wow.
That's got a good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, they have commercials for other shows like, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, but I never see it. It's just those 3 shows.
It's just those 3 shows.
Which I don't care. That's fine, but... all right. So, what did we think of this?
Matt, go for it.
There's certainly a lot going on. I don't know. I mean, I'm unfamiliar with a lot of these titans that we're dealing with. And,
oh yeah, I barely know Minion.
Yeah, and I think I got a little cringy when it was very Avengers Assemble type of exclamation. Titans together. Yeah. I don't know. Because, I mean, yeah, Minion is like a weird combination of Hulk and Silver Surfer in some ways to me.
And Venom, because he has that whole thing.
Yeah, it's like armor, but it flows like a symbiote. Yeah.
Yeah. And Simon, as we're referring to him.
Yes.
He's got a lot more. It seems like he has unlimited power and ability in some ways, but then, you would think that kind of on paper, Mirage seemingly is the weakest of the lot. She's able to elude him earlier and keep the group in the fight. I don't know.
I think it's one of those.
Green Lantern sort of just disappeared, I think, at some point. Maybe just kind of got lost in the shuffle through the issues.
Oh, that's right. We have him guest star because he's going to be on the team soon. Oh yeah, throw him back in.
Yeah,
but no, I think
he did reference the thing that he drew in the previous issue of Green Lantern.
Yes, continuity. But I mean, that's some of those mental powers Simon has. That's some of the deadliest powers. But it's one of those things. It's like you got to keep your concentration, especially when you're fighting multiple people at the same time, I guess.
Well, I always come back to you have a speedster on your team. You should never lose.
Yeah, he should be faster than Simon can think. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They always got to nerf those speedsters, especially like on team books, because it's like the JLA. If you have like Flash and Superman, you should never lose.
Yeah, they can travel almost the speed of light. Why? We're going to sneak up and we're going to hit you. It took like a second for me to hit you. By that point, you've run around the earth and got behind me and flipped me with your finger and knocked me to the moon. I mean, come on.
And before I even get to you, I should have done a ton of damage to you because if I'm going like light speed, I've broken the sound barrier, so a big sonic boom should be hitting you.
Yeah, exactly. When it catches up.
Exactly. And I think we can all agree that the 2 Green Lantern issues, the art in those was better than the other 3 issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Daryl Banks is.
Oh yeah.
And has always been just a phenomenal artist. He's really good. And I think, looking back over these, that clean break they made, but I think Banks should get a lot of credit for the success of Kyle because the book looked so much more modern than what came before.
Yeah.
And, he's just a really good storyteller. And I mean, it certainly wasn't as dense. I think the 4 panels per page, in some of those earlier issues. So, yeah, I mean, I think he should get a lot of credit because the book does look really, really nice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the other artists, but I think Daryl Banks is a step or 2 above everything else this week. And I'll put Daryl Banks on like Jim Lee level. It's, So.
He's good. He's very good.
Yeah, high quality.
So, I mean, you're 6 months into the like 6 months into the Kyle Rayner era. So I'm wondering if the sales are really taking off. They're like, oh yeah, we need him on Titans, because if Kyle Rayner's really selling stuff, yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. And then he's, in another year JLA? Is that about? Was it another year for the JLA to come out?
Here, let me look this up because the Titans issue was January '95.
Yeah.
Hold on. What is the sound of one hand googling?
It's this.
Oh, it's this.
That's it. That was pretty fast, though. That sounded like two hands. So.
Hey-o. Oh, no. JLA number 1, January 97. So that'd be 2 years after this.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. I thought it was sooner than that, but wow.
Mm-mm.
Time has no meaning.
What is time? So, yeah. I'm trying to think. So, 2 years after this. So, for like 57. So, so maybe closer to like issue 80s when the.
I guess so, yeah.
I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah.
24. Yeah, that's around. That's certainly about right.
Poor Grant Morrison, though, man. He had to put up with everybody else's monthly books because it's first 4 issues, you get Mullet's Superman issue 5. He just all of a sudden just shows up as Electric Superman.
Yeah.
And then it's issue 10 opens up. It's oh, hey, Wonder Woman's dead. What happened?
Yeah. And then when did Aquaman lose his hand? Oh, that was years. That
was before. So yeah,
he's before. Yeah, okay.
He didn't have to deal with that. But yeah, just anything. Yeah, and then when Superman went back to normal, he just showed up. It's oh, hey, I'm back. So yeah, so as great as you think Grant Morrison did, I mean, he even did an even greater job juggling all that other stuff. Everybody else's monthly book.
When was No Man's Land on the Batman books? Was that later? Was that more like 98 or 99?
Yeah, because I think there was at least one JLA crossed over for one issue. It was JLA 35 or so, 34 or 35. It was something like that. It was basically just Batman saying, stay out of Gotham.
Yeah. Let me fix it.
Yeah.
What?
I think at least temporarily, and it wasn't that long, I think Huntress kind of took his place in the JLA. Because I don't think they took I don't think they kept them out of the JLA for the full year that No Man's Land took place.
Yeah.
Because it's Batman. Batman.
I love Batman. The Hard Master.
That's right. We were talking some G.I. Joe. That's right.
The Hard Master.
That was your request, Russell. You're welcome. All right. So, anything else, or should we let Matt Coda get to bed? He's
no.
That's becoming the regular sign off.
I love it. Well, kids, I think it's time to let Matt Coda go to bed.
Don't worry, she'll grow out of it, man. You'll eventually get some semblance of normalcy back.
I hope
your sanity probably won't survive the interim. Mine certainly didn't, but
yeah,
you'll get there.
Yeah, well, you had 2 at the same time.
Efficient. It's very efficient.
Yeah, if you can live through it. All right, so yes. All right, kids. So send us your thoughts on everything we talked tonight. The good, the bad, the Simon. But next week we'll be covering, we'll be down to 4 issues. Green Lantern 58 and 59. 58, we'll find out who that homeless Felix guy is. It'll be magic. And then in Green Lantern 59, Dr. Polaris. Is that Dr. Polaris? Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe he's a doctor. Yeah, I believe he got his degree.
They just give those out to anybody. Oh, my God.
Oh, no, we'll be up to 6 issues. Yeah, because, I mean, we'll skim through the Dark Stars, but Dark Stars 25 through 28, I believe it's in there that they're like, oh, yeah, the Guardians evacuated Oa. Wink.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. All right, kids. So, yeah, send your thoughts on all of that. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Join Book of O, our Facebook fan group. Find links to all the social medias for all of our various shows on the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. Find links to this YouTube channel. See how many times Matt Kona blinks during a podcast at night. And most importantly, please, if you can, we're lost in the universe. We're on our own. If you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. Because, again, yes, we are paying for this out of our own pocket. So please, if you can, please support the Patreon. Shout out to our patrons, Ray and Justin. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And if you just want to pay once, you can pick up a bunch of merch, cups, t-shirts, phone cases. You can find everything I just mentioned all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And a podcast. A website is coming soon, as I hear Lil shooting daggers at me. Yes, a website coming soon. All right, Matt Kona. Which drive-in can people find you at?
Yeah, you can find me. I don't even know the name of the town of it. It's in the woods somewhere in Massachusetts. Oh, the Mendon Twin Drive-In. Just follow them at Mendon Twin on Twitter. Or at Matt Kona. I promise I won't make any bad fridge jokes. Or any good ones.
He'll be performing stand-up at the Mendon Drive-In.
I'm doing a half-hour set in between 3-hour-long movies during intermission.
At the concession stand, yeah.
And you must be seated in your car. I'm just going to walk over car to car.
Wow. It's going to do it over the AM radio.
The yin to Darkhawk's yang.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Oh, that's right, man. He's doing stand-up at a drive-in.
Suck it, Lilith.
All right. Will Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of juggling those packages. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Wallred, at WALLRED. That would be Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and probably a few other places that I don't even remember at this point. But if you're interested in my work, you can find all kinds of cool stuff about Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com, which is mostly shipped out. Yay! Kickstarter for number 3 is coming soon. Also, Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And all kinds of cool stuff about Quasar can be found out at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
I'll put it in my navel.
I am God.
Boy, talk about egomaniac. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again next week. Green Lantern 58 and 59, and then Dark Stars 25 to 28. Wait, once we clear the Dark Star stuff and Guy Gardner stuff, well, a lot of weeks it's going to be Green Lantern Green.
Yeah. That's what we're here for. We're here for the green.
Like I said, I threw in the first arc of JLA, and then every once in a while you get a guest starring in like a Superman or something. All right, kids, come back next week, and remember, make sure you stop and ask for directions.
I am Connor from the House of L.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod.
We are two of the many, many survivors of Krypton's destruction, and we have made our home in Australia, and dare I say, have become Australians, for better or worse. But we have also decided to read Superman comics, read Superman books, watch Superman shows, cartoons, movies, basically everything Superman, and from an Australian perspective as well. Whether you're a seasoned fan, like me,
or whether you are coming in fresh, wide-eyed and wanting to learn more like me, then this podcast is for you. Join us for our bi-weekly adventures available on all good podcast catchers.
So just search for Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. We'll be coming to you from Australia or some cosmic dimension, wherever we are that week. Up,
and away.